Here's the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps intercept truckload of banned styrofoam packs in Surulere. Kaduna State Security Council warns criminals against violence and destruction. On the foreign landslide kills 8 people in Uganda's capital. And Sport Minister of Sports Development expresses disappointment over Team Nigeria's performance at 2024 Olympics. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. As part of sustained effort to mitigate environmental infractions in the state, operatives of the Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGESC, popularly known as SKY, attached to the Surulere division of the agency, have apprehended a truckload of banned styrofoam packs in transit in the Ujolegba area of the state. Corps Marshal of the agency, Olani Yuko, said despite the ban on styrofoam in the state, there are negative elements who stacked away these banned products in warehouses with intent to sell at reduced prices to unsuspecting buyers from other states. Cole expressed the commitment of the agency to rid the state of environmental infractions, just as he vowed to deal with environmental defaulters. He maintained that the distribution and use of styrofoam remains banned in Lagos, citing the new constitution of a task force within the agency, which will consolidate on intelligence effort aimed at flushing out these environmental defaulters. Special advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on transportation, Shola Giwa, has urged all motorists, including commercial bus drivers, to refrain from driving under the influence of alcohol, both within and outside the state. Giwa stated this after the operatives of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, rescued 2 pedestrians who were seriously injured in an accident near Mayfair Garden, heading towards the Ekpe area of Lagos. He said the accident involved a Toyota Camry and a commercial T-bus. He said the Toyota Camry lost control of the vehicle while under the influence of alcohol, striking the pedestrians as they were crossing the expressway with their luggage, noting that the driver, still speeding after the initial collision, then crashed into a commercial LT bus that was dropping passengers at a nearby bus stop. He said the last monitoring team, after ensuring that the injured pedestrians were transported to Akodo General Hospital, promptly arrested the Toyota Camry driver along with 2 other occupants and handed them over to officers from the Elemoro police station. Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori has called on the management of Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, to complete all ongoing and uncompleted projects in the state. Oborewori also urged the NDDC to embark on projects that will add value to the lives of the people of the region, just as he made the case for a strategic and collaborative approach between the Commission and Niger Delta State to address challenges confronting the people of the region. He pledged to collaborate and support the Commission in its effort to fast-track the development of the Niger Delta region. Speaking earlier, the NDDC Managing Director, Samuel Ogbuku, said that the Commission would increase its collaboration with development partners, including the state government and other stakeholders, to achieve its objectives. Ogbuku assured the governor that the Commission would work in synergy with governors in the 9 states covered by the NDDC. The Healthcare Equipment and Allied Equipment Products Providers of Nigeria, HEPAN, has urged the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control to reduce the cost of good manufacturing practice certificate for medical devices. HEPAN also lauded President Bola Tinubu for signing the executive order to increase local production of medical and other healthcare products. National President HEPAN Ifeanyi Nwankwo said the implication of this order by President Tinubu would go a long way in greatly reducing the cost of medical services for everyday Nigerians, while also creating more jobs for the unemployed youth. It will be recalled that in June, Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, announced that President Tinubu had signed an executive order to increase local production of healthcare products, including pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, devices, such as needles and syringes, biologicals, medical textiles, and more. Pate said the order is pivotal to the success of the presidential initiative for unlocking the healthcare value chain. Now to the rest of the stories. The Kaduna State Security Council has warned that criminal element masquerading as protesters will not be spared following a review of the current security situation in the state. Commissioner of Internal Security and Home Affairs Samuel Baruwa said the council announced that unverified processions were prohibited due to public safety and security concerns in the state. Baruwa said the move comes after intelligence revealed that criminals were using genuine protest as a cover to unleash terror and loot properties with the aim of plunging the state into chaos and anarchy. He said the council recognized citizens' fundamental right to freedom of expression and assembly, but emphasized that security forces would not permit criminals to take advantage of these rights. Meanwhile, Katsina State's government has eased restrictions on movement by adjusting the curfew imposed across the state. The curfew, which previously restricted movement from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., will now begin at 7 p.m. and end at 5 a.m. daily. Secretary to the state government, Abdullahi Faskari, said this in a statement. According to him, the decision to ease the curfew was with immediate effect following an assessment of the security situation by acting governor Farouk Lawal. And following the spate of building collapse, the Anambra State government, through the State Physical Planning Board, has begun Operation Show Your Building Permit and the demolition of illegal structures across the state. Chairman and Managing Director of Anambra State Physical Planning Board, Chike Madwekwe, said during the demolition of illegal structures at Ogbo-Oroma off Port Harcourt Road in Onitsha South local government area of the state, Madweke said developers must operate according to law and any buildings started without approval must be demolished because there have been enough signals and measures and messages to the people. In foreign news now, a landslide at a landfill in Uganda's capital, Kampala, has killed 8 people. The city's authorities say the incident happened late Friday after heavy rainfall when sections of the landfill collapsed, covering some nearby houses. Kampala, capital city, authorities say its government and Red Cross personnel were searching the site and had rescued 14 people. The landfill has served as Kampala's sole garbage dump for decades and had turned into a big hill. Residents have long complained of hazardous waste from the site polluting the environment and posing a danger to people. A footage shows people walking on a section of the landfill that had crushed parts of a house, while pictures also shows an excavator attempting to dig up garbage. In sport now, Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, has labelled Team Nigeria's performance in the ongoing 2024 Paris Olympics as a disaster. Eno noted that he would ensure such disappointing performance that not repeat itself. He vowed to ensure that aspirants for the forthcoming Sports Federation elections are thoroughly scrutinized. Nigeria's hopes for a medal at the Games dimmed when the 4x400 meters relay team, despite finishing in second place, was disqualified. The referee ruled against Team Nigeria after one of its members impeded a South African athlete during a changeover. Also, sprint icon Toby Amushon failed to make it to the final of the women's 100-meter hurdles as she finished in third place, clocking a time of 12.55 seconds, which was also not enough to see her qualify as one of the best losers. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, Remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. As part of sustained effort to mitigate environmental infractions in the state, operatives of the Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, LAGASC, popularly known as SKY, attached to the Surulere division of the agency, have apprehended a truckload of banned styrofoam packs in transit in the Ujolegba area of the state. The Kaduna State Security Council has warned that criminal element masquerading as protesters will not be spared following a review of the current security situation in the state. We also told you that a landslide at a landfill in Uganda's capital, Kampala, has killed 8 people. And finally, in sport, the Minister of Sports Development, Senator Jan Enna, has labeled Team Nigeria's performance in the ongoing Paris 2024 Olympics as a disaster. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowalaya. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.